Writing that letter under Regulation 14(2)(b).
The penultimate day of the court proceeding.
But continue talking and remember what I said. No enmity in lawyering, only active disagreements.
The Court of Appeal judges would weigh in on the matter of digital migration, even as the Communications Commission of Kenya made its submission justifying its granting of the digital license to Signet and a Chinese-based company, namely the Pan-African Network Group, and not the three leading media companies.
You just don't give the license for the sake of giving a license. There are certain conditions that, as a policymaker and as a regulator, you must take into effect.
If we understand it well, the stakes are very high in this one.
Indeed, they are. They are, my lord.
They involve the Kenyan public to some extent. So we say to people, you go back, in spite of the water that has gone under the bridge, we believe you could go back and sit down and reach a win-win, what I call a win-win situation.
Wambua Kilonzo, appearing for CCK, was arguing that according to the International Radio Conference, the deadline for digital migration was 2015.
Commission can require any licensee who is operating either on cable or on satellite. This is very distinct. You're operating on cable or on satellite to provide a prescribed minimum number of Kenyan broadcasting channels. That is local broadcasting channels.
It was then that the judges sought to weigh in on the matter.
In spite of the presence of the other legislations which are upcoming, for you to put your heads together and find whereby there are, if there are any points of agreement, disagreements, for the sake of the process, all that we are interested in is that the process succeeds. Since it is an international exercise, there is no way we can run away. They have said they have nothing against migrating. It is the process that they have been told by grade.
CCK had argued that it was legally mandated to oversee the process, and they issued the licenses above board. But the lawyers representing Royal Media Services, Nation and Standard Groups had earlier argued that there is no justification for not issuing the licenses to the local broadcasters, noting that the denial of broadcasting licenses amounted to the denial of their freedoms. They asked the court to use its powers to direct the issuance of the licenses to the local media stations. It is the argument of the media houses that the company, apart from being fully owned by the Chinese, seeks through the license they have been given to give away shares by the third year. Now, according to the license, in the third year, Kenyans will be allocated 20% of the shares, a clause the media owners have a problem with, as it denotes a sort of gifting of the shares to certain individuals that could open the process up for corruption.
Interim orders extended.
Meanwhile, the court has issued interim orders to stop the migration until Wednesday. Willis Raburu, Citizen Live at 9, Nairobi.